What's up, y'all? This is Mr. Beluga91 here with another episode. And today, I'm be showing off my Inktober drawings. As some of y'all may know, I did two Inktobers. I did Pumpkintober and I did traditional Inktober. And yeah, I didn't complete either of them, but in total I did over 30 sketches, over 31 sketches, which is the requirement for Inktober. So I think I did pretty good, despite me not finishing them. So I'm gonna start off with the Pumpkintober sketchbook, and here we go. So day one for Pumpkintober was slime. So I decided to do a pumpkin with slime coming out of its mouth, and the medium I used for it was colored pencil, and the outline was done in Sharpie Ultra Fine Tip. And yeah, this is one of my favorite out of all the colored pencil drawings I did. Day two for this one was suit. So I decided to do a pumpkin with a suit around him. Nothing too, crazy. But I did add detail with some stippling on the suit. And for those who don't know what stippling is, that just means adding a bunch of dots. Day three was Baby Yoda. And I just did a simple Baby Yoda coming out of a pumpkin. You can see him, out of the top. And I actually kind of like the way Baby Yoda came out. It's not the greatest, but I mean, you can tell it's Baby Yoda, so yeah, I mean, I actually kind of liked it. Day number four was Poison, and not really the proudest of this one, as you can see right here. It kind of doesn't stay in a circular line. It kind of goes weird right there in a weird curve. But I mean, overall, it's not bad. You get the idea that it's poison in there, with the bubbles in there. I don't know if you can tell, but I even tried coloring in right there to give kind of like a glass effect. I used a very, very light green. And yeah, I even added the shine right there. And next up, day number five, I actually switched to a new medium. I started using alcohol-based markers, and the brand was Mondo Llama. And this was the result. It was Raven for day five. And I did simple. I used a little jack-o'-lantern, I guess. And I put a raven on top of him, and I tried blending out colors. And if I get closer, you can kind of see that I added a yellow to it on the pumpkin to kind of add the little curves in there. Not the best, but you kind of get the impression of it. Then around the raven, I didn't want to leave it just black, so I added a yellow outline. I thought it added a little bit to the piece. And then on the candies, I added some white highlights so that way they're not just plain. And I did the same for the eyes, nose, and mouth of the pumpkin. Sorry if the camera's shaky. Don't really have the best tripod, and I'm trying to hold it with my hand right now because it will literally not work if I put it on the chair, to stabilize. But anyways, moving along. Day number 6 was Spirit. So I kind of went cartoonish with this one. I decided to do a ghost with a pumpkin head on. And with the face of the pumpkin, I made it ghost-like. So I did circles for the eyes and the mouth. And I thought this one came out good. And I added the blue glow so that way it added more of that spirit element to the drawing. And I even attempted to do some gray with on the body, which is something I would probably never do in my regular drawings. But Inktober is about trying new things, and hey, that's what I tried for this one. So yeah, I thought this one came out better, and even the little details on the pumpkin came out better than the other ones. So yeah, I kind of like it. This one's low-key one of my favorites, except for the black on the mask. Like I said, the alcohol markers are a new medium I was getting used to. So I was getting used to them spreading on the paper, and to be honest, this paper is kind of thin. But, yeah, I was still getting adjusted to them. But day 7 was Plague. So I went for one of the pumpkins with warts on it. And I did that with green, yellow, and then the orange, obviously. And then I used a gray and black for the mask. And you can barely see it, but there's yellow on the little dots. Along the mask, and then I added 3 white dots on there too. It's pretty cool. It's probably focus. Thank you. It's probably one of my favorite ones out of the pumpkins. Day number 8 was Symbiote. And this one would have looked so much better, but I messed up so bad right here. I was not paying attention whenever I was outlining it with the marker, and it curved so bad right there, so it kind of made the pumpkin look weird. But other than that, like, if that didn't happen, this would be like probably my favorite drawing in the bunch. I decided to go with like a Venom-like face, and I did the symbiote coming out of the pumpkin like he does whenever he's showing himself to Eddie. And I thought this one came out good. Didn't think it was. I was surprised. Here's a close-up of the face if y'all want to see that. I even added white lines in there, kind of like how Venom looks in the film. So, yeah. It's like one of my favorites other than the curve in the drawing. And from now on, all these drawings are going to be done in alcohol-based markers. Day 9 was Snail. I went really simple with that one. And I just added 3 snails on top of a pumpkin. Just kept it simple. Not really much to add to that. I mean, you can tell it's snails on a pumpkin. Now, one thing I would change about this drawing, though, is I would have added some slime right there. Maybe leaving like a trail or something, but I'd already signed, and with me, once I sign a drawing, I don't like to go back and fix anything. And I saw that after I signed, so yeah, couldn't really do anything about that. Day number 10 was Beetle. And I looked up pumpkin beetle and this thing came up, so I decided to draw it. Looks cartoonish and not realistic, but that's low-key my style, so that's what came out of this drawing. It's not bad. I guess I would try to improve some shading on it, maybe. Would be like my only thing. Yeah, not bad. And my marker, I don't know if you can tell right there, but it was already running out. And we moved to day number 11, and I purchased new markers, and they were the Sanjoki alcohol-based markers. I'll leave a link, an Amazon link to them in the description below, because they're low-key really good markers and affordable. For $30, you get 80 brush tip and chisel tip markers. But anyways, not sponsored by the way. Day 11 was Tentacles, and I drew a pumpkin with tentacles. Or with a tentacle coming out of its eye, and I even added like a little surprised face. As you can tell, like the color looks different on there. The outline's not great, but that's due to the Sharpie. The way it goes onto the paper, like it just wasn't working out that well. And also, you can tell with the white ink pen, I'm still getting used to it. You know, like I know I didn't put the light in the right areas, so y'all can critique me on that if you want. Day number 12 was a mushroom, so I decided to go with a Mario mushroom. And I actually really like how this one came out. I even added a couple of blood stains on the body of the mushroom, just to give it that more Halloween effect, if you will. And one thing I like about this one is the shading, actually. Like, it's not the greatest, but you can tell, like, I actually put a little bit of effort in finding placement of the shading, you know. And I thought this one came out pretty well. Day number 12, or no, my bad, day number 13 was Alien. And for this one, I actually used microns. I think they're called Sakura microns. Yeah, I think that's what they're called. Sorry if I messed that up. Y'all can correct me in the comments. But day number 13 was Alien, and I did a UFO picking up a jack-o'-lantern. But I don't know if you can see, but on the jack-o'-lantern, the markers are spreading out of the outline, and that's something that you're going to see constantly because I didn't figure that out till later, and at that you'll still see some of the spreading out of the markers. Because, like, you layer them down inside the lines, you know, and then they'll spread out. Which is unfortunate, but I mean, for the price, they're still really good. But I don't know if that's common with alcohol markers. I'm still new to them, so, yeah. But other than that, I really like this piece, not gonna lie. Day number 14 was Twins. Not the best one. I remember on this day I wasn't, like, looking forward to drawing, not gonna lie. and I didn't know what to draw for this, so I just drew two similar looking pumpkins. Focus, please. Thank you. And yeah, I mean, not the best one. Day number 15 was cat, so I just did a cartoon cat with, or inside a pumpkin costume. Took inspiration from that, like, cat meme where the little kitten's in the costume and you see his arms and legs. But I didn't add arms and legs to this one. Not bad. You can tell it's a cat and a pumpkin. This one's a little bit creepier. Day number 16, clown. I kind of tried to do shading, and it came out okay, not the greatest. But I went like Joker style with the clown paint on him, and I made the stem a little bit too big, not gonna lie. But that was kind of on purpose at the same time, because I kind of want to emphasize that looked like the Joker hair. But I could have also added leaves and stems. That's on me looking back at it now, but I mean, not bad. Day number 17 was Grim, so I did the Grim Reaper from that one cartoon. I can't remember right now. But yeah, that one came out good, and I added a blue outline. And there's a little mistake right there, but or it looks like a mistake, but it's not. It's just bleed through from the clown. But I actually really like this one. I don't know if I like it better than the mushroom, but I do like this one a lot. Day number 18 was Witch. I would have liked this one more if the hat came out better. Not gonna lie, it looked better, and this one looked a lot better in pencil than it does colored in. The broom also had a lot of bleeding, as you can see in the purple. You can see all the yellow. Yeah, I even added some shading under the broom. It's very subtle, but you can kind of see it there. Pretty good one. Day number 19 was Spider. And this one shocked me at how decent it came out, because I did this one in like 7 or 8 minutes, because I needed to go to sleep. So yeah, this one came out good. I decided to do the butt or back of the spider with an orange outline to make it almost like a Black Widow-ish design. But color that in orange, so that way you get the vibe of the pumpkin while also keeping the vibe of the spider. Yeah, it came out really good to me. And I left the web in pencil, so that way, it kind of looks lighter than everything else. Day number 20 was Sprout, so I did a pumpkin sprout. You can see all the roots and then the sprout there. Pretty basic, and I tried blending right there. Didn't come out too great, but I mean, you can tell it's a sprout, not bad. I believe this is the last one I did, yeah. Day number 21 was Fuzzy, so I just drew a fuzzy little pumpkin cartoon character smiling. And I gave him little pumpkin seeds for legs in his arms or leaves. Not too bad. I could have added some detail in the curves, to the fuzz. I mean, not bad for a cartoon, So that was my Pumpkintober sketchbook. I thought I did really well in this one. So we're going to move over to my favorite one, which was the Inktober Sketchbook. And special thanks to my aunt Claudia. She's the one who gifted these to me along with some other art supplies. Yeah, these are like perfect for it. So the first drawing in here is of my aunt Teresa's betta fish. This was not a part of Inktober. This was just something for me to practice on the paper with. As you can tell, this paper is a lot thinner than that sketchbook. I mean, it still worked out well. You'll see the drawings. But yeah, this was just a test, to see how the pencil would lay down on there. Real quick, her betta fish in my style. But day one of Inktober, it was crystal. And I did a little jewelry crystal, and I have a couple of other ones here. And as you can see, I attempted shading, which is something I'm not good at. But like I said earlier, Inktober is about testing out what you're not good at and trying to apply it while using ink. Not proud of this one at all. Day 2 is Suit. I completely rushed through this one. And if you know who that is, that's Kingpin. I tried to do the Spider-Verse, but yeah, I just wasn't proud of this one at all. The face is all bunched up in there. It's just not a good drawing at all. Day number 3, a little bit better. Not great, but it was Vessel, so I tried to do a hot air balloon in the sky. In the background, I did quick on purpose to try and give that like pastel look, and the same with the colors in here. They reminded me kind of pastel colors, but a little bit darker. Day number 4 was knot. So I did a little pretzel knot. Not the best drawing. Not proud of this one at all. Day 5 is when I switched over to the alcohol markers, and I did Raven. And this was like my first attempt with alcohol markers, not the other one. And yeah, this one came out really good. This is why I started using the alcohol markers, and eventually just purchased a whole 80 pack. Day number 6 was Spirit. Did Spirit the horse. I made him a little bit tanner than what he is in the movie, but I still think you get the likeness of Spirit, in there. I could have went over the brown of the mane a little bit more to get a smoother color, but I mean, still really good drawing. Day number 7 was fan, so I did a China fan or Asian fan. I don't know the proper term for it, but folding fan, maybe that's what it's called. I don't know. I added the white pen for little details in there. They're supposed to be in a pattern, but I messed that up, so they're just little dots sprinkled all over. Not bad, though. Day number 8, I did the Watcher, and I actually really like this piece. These could have blended together way better, but at the time, the Mondo Llama only had a chisel and bullet nib. It was kind of hard to blend those together. But I think overall you get the idea that is the Watcher. On day 8 was Watch, that's why I did that. Day 9 was Pressure. Didn't really know what to do, so I just did a character with blood coming out with the face that looked like it was Pressure. I don't know what I was thinking there. Day number 10 was Pick, and I believe this is whenever I used the Sanjoki alcohol markers. I did a little guitar pick, I added a music note so you can tell it was the guitar pick. Day 11 was Sour, and you can tell like this is where my shading gets better. I used all of the yellows, or the darker colors inside the main yellow are yellows. So this is like a dark yellow, and the main base is, I believe the color was named yellow, and the outline was a slightly darker yellow. But yeah, pretty good one. He has a puckered up face like he just ate something sour. Possibly one of my favorites, probably top 5, Santa Claus, or the day 12 was stuck, so I drew Santa Claus stuck in a chimney. Pretty good stuff there, and I even added shading to the chimney and under his belly. Day number 13, I did a full piece, was Roof, and I did a cat staring on top of a roof looking at the moon. Came out pretty good to me, like not the greatest, you can see all the strokes made on the blue. I mean, not bad. Probably my favorite one, not gonna lie. Day 14 was Tick, and I really like this one mostly because of the blood. It adds a like cartoonish effect, and it came out pretty good, not gonna lie, and I'm surprised how well the color laid on for the Tick itself. Day number 15 went downhill, did a helmet, because that was the word, just not that great. I also went downhill on day 16 with Compass, not that great either. Went up a little bit on day 17 with Collide. I did an asteroid, or 2 asteroids, colliding into a Mars-like planet. You can see the details in there whenever I get a little bit closer there. Pretty cool one. Day 18, some of the red bled through, and the word was moon, so I decided to draw like a blood moon, but in a cartoon style. Really like how this one came out. This might be my second or first favorite, really don't know, but that one's pretty good. Day 19, I gave up figuring out what to draw, so I just drew a little loop and I put LOL on there, and I colored it in blue. Day 20 was Sprout, and I did a little sprout in a plant, and this one probably has the best shading in all of them. You can see it like really clearly where I put the shading. This probably, I keep saying this is my best ones, in this pic, but this one has really good drawings in it. Day 21 was Fuzzy, so I drew a koala. You can tell I even added red eyes in there, or they're like a brownish red color for the eyes. Even the arm has different colors in there that you can, if you look closely there and there, it's white, and then it goes to a darker color. Thought that one came out pretty good. And day 22, this is my own character, my own design. I call him Bill, and his head got cut off. almost like a Mortal Kombat fatality. The word was open. Pretty good. His mouth is open and the top of his skull is open. Day 23, with the word was leak, so I drew Bill again with his pants. You know, he had a leak there. You know, because he was drunk. I thought that one came out pretty good, and I think that was the last drawing. Yeah, low-key pretty good drawings in there towards the end. But yeah, that's the end of this video. You know, I'm sorry if it sounded rushed, but my phone doesn't have a lot of storage. That's why. I thoroughly enjoyed this process. Some points made me feel tired of drawing, but that's because I did 2 separate Inktobers, so that's probably why next year I'll try and do just one. But overall, I had a really good time doing this. So, like and subscribe to this video, man. Or like the video, subscribe to the channel. Leave down below in the comments which drawings were your favorite, what you would have changed, what you would have drawn instead. But anyways, yeah. This is Mr. Beluga 91 signing out.